be here. It's good to see the room full. It's good to have a lot of smiling faces. My name is Dr. Jared Deinhardt. I have been asked to be the Master of Ceremonies today, and I said, so who are your other choices? I'm like, you. And about 4 years ago, I started teaching a class called Death and Dying here on campus, and I am psychology faculty, so you think, mortuary science, psychology, the best of both worlds, right? We can do everything here. So I started teaching that class next door and thought, I need to get to know my neighbors. And you have found out what I probably learned a little less recently, that these are the greatest people to get to know, are they not? These are the best people to get to know. I was thinking, in our lives, we oftentimes start thinking about who would we call in an emergency situation? And we think, paramedics or the fire department. We are all going to need to call them. And we don't think about that. These are the people that have prepared and have done their homework so that when we are in a time of crisis, they will know what to do. And they will be able to help every one of us, because we are all going to be touching up against death and dying. And I am so grateful that you're here, and we are so proud of you and grateful for all the family and support that you have had. So to start off today, we are going to have the Star Spangled Banner played by Tyler Barthold. And we would invite all of you to stand for the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, everyone turn around so you don't make me nervous.
Hey, what a hard act to follow, man. All right, well, good afternoon and welcome. This is the Spring 2026 Chandler-Gilbert Mortuary Science Pinning Ceremony. We're so happy to have you here. I'm Christy Litico. I'm the Interim Program Director. To our college president, Dr. C.J. Wooster, thank you for your leadership and for the investment you've made in this program and the students who move through it. To our Dean of Instruction and Senior Associate Vice President, Gabriella Russo, thank you for your guidance and for championing health sciences education at this college. To our Division Chair, Andrea Villarreal, thank you for the work you do every day to keep this program resourced, supported, and moving forward. To our MC, Dr. Jared Deinhardt, thank you for being here. He's a tremendous supporter of the program, friend of the pod, I always say. Jenny Bourgeois, I don't know if I'm saying that right. From our marketing department, thank you for your time and your effort you pour into all of our program events. And to Beatrice Cruz, person who makes this ceremony what it is. I just show up here. Thank you for the remarkable dedication you bring to each of our students and for showing them firsthand what commitment to education looks like. She just finished her master's degree last week. But she's always willing to share her journey, and I think that's a great inspiration to all of our students. To our professional funeral partners, the funeral homes, the preceptors, the licensed professionals who open their doors to our students and take the time to teach. This program does not exist without you. You are not a footnote in their education. You are central to it. That includes our own adjunct, Christian Simmons, who brings the same dedication directly into our classroom. We are grateful for you. And to our families and friends in the room, you did not sign up for this program, but in a lot of ways you went through it. Thank you for staying in it with them. Your presence here today reflects that, and it really doesn't go unnoticed. To our graduates, this day belongs to you, and I want to make sure everyone in this room knows why. I want to give you a window into what your graduate actually walked through to get to this seat, because the name of the program alone doesn't capture it. Mortuary science sits at the intersection of science, law, ethics, and human connection. It is technical, it is regulated, it is held to national accreditation standards, and prepares students for 2 separate licensing boards, which are no joke. It covers chemistry, microbiology, pathology, psychology, business law, and hands-on clinical practice. It asks students to do serious, consequential work from very early in their training. It is not a program people stumble into. Every person sitting in front of you made a deliberate choice to enter a field that most people spend their lives avoiding, and then spent the next 2 years learning to do it with precision care and professionalism. There are hundreds of testable concepts and thousands of facts embedded in this program. I once heard 17,000. I don't know where I got that number, but we'll go with it. And I'm just gonna need a few hours. I will go over all of them with you right now. There's cookies in the back if you're hungry. All right, I will do the lightning round, but I really want to illustrate to you what each and every one of them went through. First, your graduates completed a heavy dose of prereqs, biology, anatomy, accounting before they could even apply to the program. They anxiously awaited for orientation day once we have them in the program. That day, they learned the year ahead would be filled with natural hair color, uniforms, no visible piercings, plenty of rules, and just a teeny tiny bit of homework. Teeny tiny bit. Their fall entailed a little light skill training, including learning how to embalm someone's loved one. I'm going to give you a second to kind of digest that. They learn how to care for the deceased with dignity and precision, and that's monumental by itself. To learn this, they had to harness chemistry to tell decomposition to wait a minute, aldehydes, buffers, humectants, surfactants, pH scale, index, preservative demand, and their beloved embalming equation, C1 times V1 equals C2 times V2. There you go. They learned a little light anatomy, including all the vessels, their precise location, branches, anatomical guides, linear guides, anatomical limits, the human heart, every chamber, every valve, every bone of the skull, every muscle of the body, its origin, insertion, and action, every landmark of the facial features, every natural and acquired marking of the face. And we will move on from anatomy because I could literally stay here all day. They learn microbiology, pathogens, transmission, bloodborne pathogens, and protocols to keep you on the right side of the table. They learn pathology, what disease does to the body, what trauma leaves behind, and all the legalities. And the legalities, speaking of which, let's move on from the sciences. Business law, estate law, disposition law, power of attorneys, right of disposition, who actually has legal authority when a family doesn't agree. The Federal Trade Commission funeral rule, right? That teeny tiny rule. Every disclosure, every itemization, every consumer protection, OSHA, HIPAA, ADA, and how every one of them lives inside of funeral homes, state statutes, licensing law, how to get licensed, and perhaps more importantly, how to keep your license. And then they had to learn what to do with all of that in a room with a family who had just lost somebody. They learned every bit of knowledge needed to be a resource to those families, every casket component, every urn type, every disposition option, how to internationally repatriate human remains, how to organize and lead a funeral service, how to serve any religion, any culture at any given time, because every family that walks through that door deserves to be served with understanding and respect. They learned how to support a family's grief, how to be a trusted shoulder to cry on, whether it is complicated grief, disenfranchised grief, anticipatory grief, traumatic grief, and what to do with any of that when someone who's grieving is sitting right across the table from you. They completed a portfolio of 5 complete case studies, which I'm already hearing moaning from over there. Super simple, right? With their own hands, they constructed a precisely measured, anatomically accurate human head replica. We have them back there on display. And those are made out of wax, and they cosmetize perfectly after learning every color and every brush type. They just completed a grueling finals week consisting of 8.5 hours of exams and 485 questions in total. I counted all of them. I didn't count them before yesterday. And understand, I just barely scratched the surface of everything that was on the plate of these graduates. Now they face 2 national boards and the pathway to licensure in a profession that demands everything they have learned, and then some. But before that, today, in front of everyone who believed in them and stood by them, we celebrate. This has not been easy. I want you to know that we see that. We saw the fight in this cohort every single day. And we respect each and every one of you for pushing yourself to achieve your personal best, for showing up when you didn't want to or when you wondered if you even could, for your perseverance. And I think everyone in this room would agree. We are looking forward to watching what comes next, and we are so proud of you. And right now, I'd like to welcome someone who has given this program and its students every reason to feel valued, our college president, Dr. C.J. Wooster.
All right, thank you. Man, 485 questions? That's what you guys had to do? Whew. It is pretty amazing, though, to hear the context of the program and all that you've been through to get to where you are today. So I hope you're very proud of this accomplishment. So on behalf of Chandler-Gilbert Community College, welcome and congratulations to our graduates completing the Mortuary Science program. I'm going to be honest, as I was preparing these remarks, I asked a few colleagues if they had any advice for me. Most of them told me, just keep it brief. So I will. One of them suggested that I open with something that really kills. Thanks, Tom, for that one. I appreciate that. So, but before we celebrate our graduates, I wanted to take a moment and just kind of echo some of the things that Chris just shared as well, but just take a moment to recognize the faculty, staff, and the administrators who made today possible. So to our faculty, you chose to teach one of the most specialized programs that there is in higher education. You showed up every day ready to make challenging, sobering material engaging and meaningful. I don't know exactly how you do that, but I suspect it involves a combination of deep expertise, genuine passion, and a very specific sense of humor that your families have learned to live with. We're grateful for all of it. We're grateful for all that you do. So please join me in thanking our faculty in our program. We're also fortunate to have the most outstanding staff and administrators that you're going to find anywhere. So the people that are managing schedules, advising students, navigating compliance, and really keeping the whole operation running behind the scenes. Thank you for all that you do. So we have many of them sitting here up front and throughout the room this morning. So will you please join me in recognizing our amazing staff and administrators. And to the families and all the supporters and cheerleaders here today, you encouraged someone that you love to pursue a field that probably generated some fascinating dinner conversations. Thank you for all the love and the support that you've given to our graduates. And to our graduates, you all have accomplished some wonderful things in a very short period of time, and you should be very proud of yourselves. I like to stop by the Mortuary Science Building on occasion just to pop in and say hi. And something that's incredibly meaningful when I have an opportunity to do that is how warm and welcoming this group of students is. Uh, you greet people with smiles, you greet people with kindness, and you can really tell that this group has formed bonds that I think are going to last you all a lifetime. You chose a path that most people quietly avoid thinking about altogether. Honestly, you didn't avoid it. You leaned in, you studied, you showed up, and you're walking out of here prepared to do work that is genuinely irreplaceable. When families are at their most vulnerable, when grief is raw and decisions feel impossible, you have the opportunity to be the calm, the steady, compassionate presence that guides them through. And that's not a minor role at all. It's something to take a great deal of pride in. In fact, the families that you serve will carry your care with them for the rest of their lives. So please be sure to make time for your own self-care as well. Because as you know, this profession that you've chose brings a lot of emotions and it brings a lot of demands along with it. So do things that fill you with joy, spend time with the ones that you love, do things that fill you up, and that's going to allow you to show up in your full self every opportunity that you get. We're very proud of you. We know you're going to continue to do great things. We love you. We say congratulations, and of course, hallelujah. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris and Dr. Wooster. We are in good hands and we are supported on all levels. We're so grateful for you. We'll now hear from two student speakers. First, we'll hear from Rachel Scanlon and then Tyler Barth.
Alrighty, let's see. Good afternoon, everyone. President Wooster, Professor Litticoat, Beatrice Cruz, Professor Simmons, faculty, family, and most importantly, my cohort, thank you for being here. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel Scanlon, and I want to start by saying that I did not expect any of this, and I'm also going to try not to cry. 9 months ago, I walked through these doors of Chandler-Gilbert Community College as a scared 18-year-old girl who had no clue what she was doing. B's attitude was bright, telling me to embrace my age, as I can't change it, and it's wonderful to know what you want to do at such a young age. But I mean, I was fresh out of high school, I was working at Red Lobster, and all I knew was that I was drawn to something that most people turn away from. I knew that I wanted to serve families in their most important moments, hearkening back to my kids' birthday party hosting days. I knew that I wanted to do something that mattered. But knowing why you are somewhere and knowing how to get through it are two extremely different things. But what got me through it was all of you. I've been a student for 14 years straight now. I've sat in countless uncomfortable plastic chairs and graduated from a charter school where my entire graduating class was not even 30 people, roughly the same amount sitting here with me today. And yet, even knowing what a small class feels like all of my life, absolutely nothing could have prepared me for what this cohort became. This has been absolutely incomparable. This community did something I genuinely did not think a college program could do. It made me feel like I belong, not like I was just tolerated or another little girl chiming in, but someone who was an equal. I had found people who understood my mission, my purpose, my drive, people who understood me. And I thank all of you. And then no doubtedly, you are all the kind of people I will ring up in 10 years when something hard or crazy happens, and I know that you'll pick up. But that sense of belonging carried me through one of the most demanding years of my life. Over the course of this program, as said wonderfully by Professor Litticoat, our minds were pulled every which way with pathology, microbiology, funeral directing 1 and 2, funeral law, chemistry, embalming. I can go on, and that doesn't even cover one semester. Once again, we had that mind-blowing fact during orientation of over 1,000 facts that we had to learn. And I remember you could hear a pin drop in that room with the subtle notion of, what? But I'm not too sure. It all happened so quickly that half the time I never remembered what class I was in. All that I knew was that I should be taking notes. But our cohort at least completed 10 embalmings each at Phoenix Care Center. A huge thank you to SEI for accommodating us, but mostly for babysitting us and giving us good popcorn. But at least 10 times, we walked into that space and did work that most people cannot fathom. Work that demands your mind, your heart, and that steadiness that you have to build from the inside out. But even that was once again only a fraction of what we had to do this year. As while we were focusing on school, some of us were clocking in for full-time jobs before and after class. Some were raising children, showing up to school after morning drop-off, or studying after bedtime routines. I hope some of your kiddos really liked embalming books before bed. And some of us were working part-time jobs on the side, stretching every hour until there was nothing left. We all ran on a kind of tire that didn't have a name, and life did not pause whatsoever. We still had bills, family, health, heartbreak, exhaustion. God, I wish it did pause. But yet, every single person in this cohort showed up. And I wish I could hand this microphone to every single one of you right now, because I am standing here knowing that no words I choose could do justice to the energy in this room. Every person here right in front of you fought for something. The passion, the grit, and once again the heart in this room is something that I've never witnessed before. And I mean that with every bone in my body, even my patella. But none of this would have been possible without the people who built and led this program. President Wooster, or I don't know where he is. Where are you? Right there. Hello. President Wooster. Oh, there we go. Matching ties. Thank you for championing something that the world needs more than it realizes. Mortuary science is not the most glamorous field to promote, but Chandler-Gilbert has given us every resource, every opportunity, and every ounce of dignity that this profession deserves. And that starts with the leadership that's in it. Professor Lidicote, you did not just teach us that technique and procedure, you taught us purpose. You reminded us again and again why we were there. And on the days with which the weight of what we were learning felt too much, your reminders were everything, always lighting up our Tuesdays. And we also love the amazing things that you say, even though half the time you don't realize you even said it. I'm sure you all saw the Lidicotes while you're walking in. And Beatrice Cruz, thank you for being our mortuary mama bear, a person we could rely on with your immaculate smoky eyes and clacky heels. You ran me through interview questions before I became a celebrant, let me lint roll myself, and even borrow your daughter's blazer. For the real deal, by the way, and I did get the job. But we all love you both so, so much, and we thank you for all the time and dedication that you put into the program to make it the way it is today. And because of this program, because of this community, in 9 months, I went from that scared girl who was in over to her head to a confident, certified life tribute professional, the recipient of the top SEI scholarship for 2026, and soon, a licensed funeral director and embalmer. Yes. All at the age of 19, which I still can't believe I'm writing those words, as all of those things that I just said were upcoming hopes for, let's say, the next 5 years, but it dwindled down to one pretty quickly. But before I talk about where we're all going, I need to pause for the people who shaped me most profoundly, the people who never said a word, and yet taught me everything. As since November, I've had the privilege of supporting families and caring for their loved ones with compassion and honor, as they actively trusted me with their stories, their memories, and their laughter. They are the reason that this work is sacred, and they are the reason we came to truly understand the weight of what we had been called to do. And I want to honor the decedents I've served, because they deserve to be spoken aloud in a room full of people who know exactly what that means. Jenna Eileen Lacey, Arna Carter Jones, Julius Collins Thomas III, Eddie Joe Kaysen, Marilyn Ann Beadle, Anne Louise Bixby, Billy Joyce Fuller, Annette Winfield, Carl Taylor McBee, Bernd Dietrich Granzo, Robert Bob Zavara, Gloria May Phillips, and Karen Lynn Mead. So to each of them, thank you. You are some of my greatest teachers, as you asked nothing of me and gave me everything. I will carry you into every family I serve, every arrangement I make, and you will not be forgotten. And now, to my cohort. Look around this room. Really look at all the sea of faces. I know there's so many people. But look at the person next to you who stayed up too late and who showed up anyway, who held it together when doing so felt impossible. Look at the people who studied with you, made you giggle in class, and cared for you. And now look at your future employers and try not to get nervous. Just kidding. But we all walked into rooms that asked everything of us. And we walked out having done right by someone. And once again, this was one of the hardest things many of us have ever done. There were moments, and you know exactly which ones I mean, where the weight of this profession landed on us in ways that we were not fully ready for, where we had to take a breath, square our shoulders, and keep going without crying or screaming. But every single time, we did, and that is everything. So please, be proud of yourself, not just for graduating, but for who you became in the process, for the mortician that you're stepping into, for the caretaker, the professional, the human being that this year drew out of you. We are only just beginning, and our careers stretch out ahead of us, full of families who will need exactly what we spent this entire year learning to give. And I have full faith that every person in this room sitting right over there is going to go so far. So go, serve well, lead with that compassion. Hold on to this community, because what we built here is rare and worth keeping. And never, ever forget the version of yourself who walked through those doors unsure and walked out ready. You did it. We did it. Congratulations. Go Coyotes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tyler Barthol. First, I'd like to begin by extending a sincere gratitude to all of you in attendance who have come to celebrate this great day of achievement. Your presence here means very much to us all. I'd also like to thank my sister, Allie, and her husband, Corbin, and their 3 little monkeys, who I love very much. And thank you to President C.J. Wooster, VP Gabriela Rousseau, our division chair, Andrea Villarreal, and our administration. 9 months ago, 30 of us embarked upon a journey into a time-honored profession, one which dates back millennia, has been consecrated by our forebears, and has shown to be ultimately necessary. Today, 26 of us stand here before you, hearts still beating, with tears stained on our faces, blood on our gloves, with enough caffeine in our bodies to wake the dead. Our patience has been worn, our sanity tested, and our spirits challenged. Yet we stand here in triumphant success. Now at last, we have a moment of respite, a time to catch our breaths and enjoy the support of our friends and family. I have no reservations in saying that these are some of the most brilliant, conscientious, and studious men and women whom I have ever had the pleasure to stand beside. I attribute a large part of my success to them, and for that I am truly thankful. Their generosity, humor, and companionship are virtues which I hold dear and I will look fondly on for years to come. Whether you have come here to celebrate your son or daughter, sister or brother, friend or coworker, let them serve as an inspiration to you that victory may be achieved through steadfast dedication to noble ideals. My time in mortuary school has shown me that funeral service is not merely a career. It is not a vocation which exists only within the four walls of the mortuary, only to be withdrawn from thought after the doors have been locked. The duty of an undertaker is one that is central to our place upon this earth. It occupies our beings when the dawn breaks and refuses to sleep after dusk. It ceases to relent through the heat or cold, rain or shine, good or bad. It is a commitment to service which transcends the desires of the individual whom it is bestowed upon. You will not merely be the one who arrives when the last grain of sand has fallen in the hourglass to transport the departed to their final resting place. You will serve many roles to different people. In you, the deceased will find a protector, the bereaved, a confidant, the community, an inspiration. It is paramount that we approach this work with the ethos that the responsibility for the successful care of the dead rests solely on our shoulders. We must take responsibility for all things, regardless of whether or not we are to bear the blame for any wrongdoings. If the flowers arrive at the wrong location, if the stationery is printed incorrectly, if the decedent's makeup doesn't look right, or if the funeral escorts are late, it is incumbent upon you to ensure that the situation is accounted for. We must not shirk any of our responsibilities to any other person, for every bit of inconvenience that we avoid is cast tenfold upon the families we serve. This not only does them a great disservice during their time of peril, but it undermines the dignity and honor of our profession. With this sense of ownership, it is my sincere hope that our community will no longer view the finality of death behind the gaps of their fingers, avoiding it with fear and trepidation. Rather, we pray that they will face death head-on, courageously meeting its gaze, knowing that there are highly skilled professionals who will help them bear the burden. To conclude, I would like to make a few acknowledgments. To Miss Beatrice Cruz, I owe a large part of my success to you. I am indebted to you for your time, wisdom, and guidance. I especially enjoyed our Spanish lessons that you gave me. Muchas gracias. Apparently, I've still got some work to do. It is evident that you were truly committed to the professional development of the students of this institution, and we will miss you. To Professor Littlecote, Professor Simmons, it has been an honor to learn under your tutelage. Your tireless devotion to the cultivation of successful funeral practitioners should serve as an inspiration to us all. I will always cherish the Littlecotes you gifted us in class. Such examples include old people bruise if you look at them too long. We don't talk about my prep room animal crackers. I'm not a lawyer, nor do I play one on TV. And our favorite, it's pricey to die, don't die. Not to forget the classic line from Professor Simmons, when asked, "What's your favorite flower?" he said, "I hate flowers." We will all come to hate flowers soon, I'm sure. I will be sure to reflect on these when I'm out in the wild and I need a smile. And to those of you in attendance this afternoon, we are appreciative of your support through this endeavor. Thank you.
Rachel and Tyler, I think I can speak for all of us that we are inspired by you. If you have felt something, if something made sense to you, that's why we're here. We come together to celebrate, to communicate so that we can recognize the inspiration from the faculty that clearly has made a difference. They have made a difference through this class, and that influence will go throughout our community. So we will be inspired by you and our leadership, and I am so grateful. You are a great future for us to look forward to and to be inspired by. So those that have that desire, come join the program, right? You too may have all of this wisdom to help you to understand how much you can do. I'd like to direct your attention to the screen where we have a history of mortuary science to present to you.
History of caskets. We can do that. The terms coffin and casket are often used interchangeably, but what exactly is the difference? Coffins first emerged in the 1700s and are typically an anthropoid shape, meaning they conform to the contours of the human body. They're typically narrow at the head, wider at the shoulders, and tapered down at the feet, sometimes nicknamed toe pinchers. Caskets gained popularity in the early to mid 20th century and are what is most popular with consumers today. They refer to a simple four-sided rectangular box and can come in a variety of shapes, styles, and materials.
Carpenters and cabinet makers began making coffins at need and then began pre-making them so they'd be available. Some early American coffins began as unadorned wooden rectangles, and coffins transitioned from plain rectangular boxes to the 6 or 8-sided arthropod shape, wider at the shoulders than the head or feet, and began including lining, padding, and pillows. Some other coffins that were popular back then was the cruciform coffins, which is shaped like a cross, a torpedo coffin, which was designed to explode when moved, and in 1848, Fisk metallic burial case was invented by Almond Fisk. Until the late 1800s, undertakers often created caskets and coffins, and by the 1950s, there's around 700 casket manufacturers in the US. Sheet metal became more available after the Korean War, and metal caskets were created at a higher rates than ever. Casket ASMR. Casket ASMR, guys. Casket ASMR.
Have you died recently? In need of a casket? And what's the difference between a coffin and a casket anyhow? At Chandler-Gilbert Community College, we're here to help.
After the American Civil War, we decided to transition from the coffin size that's very popular in Europe to a casket size. And during the Civil War, people decided to beautify death instead of stigmatize it to be negative. And as time moved on, we have different personalization options for our caskets, like different embroidery options, sizes, as well as different interiors. As modern times changed, as you can see around me and in front of the table, we have different options as well for urns rather than caskets. This cute little plant one, as well as different options for pets and infants. So this is an example of an infant urn, as well as this pet one, and as well as making it standardized towards your loved one. For example, this one probably loved golf. So yeah. Ew!
So that's the history of coffins and caskets. We even covered a little bit about urns too, so that you'll be better prepared when it's your turn to go lights out.
All right. Doesn't it make you want to do this more and more? Because caskets, and coffins, we love it. So now I'd like to invite Tyler Adair to come up to present the award and his presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm a little, after Tyler and Rachel's speeches, those are pretty good. I don't know how to top that, and I'm not going to try. So I will keep this simple. First, just a little introduction on myself. I am Taylor Adair. I'm a former graduate of this program 13, 14 years ago, something like that. And sorry, let me put that up there. And so is my sister, and my dad used to sit on the advisory board, good friends with Donna Backus, and I just want to thank everybody for the college, the staff, everyone for having me. It's a real honor to be here today, and congratulations to all of the students. I know it's been a hard, long 8 months. You made it. You're all here, 26 of the 30. So it's not for everyone. Just know that you guys are special. This is a special field that we're all in. It's not for everyone, but guess what? You guys are here, you made it, and I'm excited to see what you guys do for your communities and serve the families, and I'm excited for you. And thank you for the family and friends that supported them through the last 8 months. I know that wasn't easy. It takes everyone. You know, I'm sure a lot of babysitting, a lot of extra help for them to study, work, and go to school all at the same time. Now, I am here, and I want you guys, I know it's been 8 months. You guys have made friends that you will never forget. I can attest to that. My best friend that I met in this program, we are now friends forever. I was able to help him when his dad passed away, and he actually helped me when my mom passed away. It just worked out that way. So you've made friends for life. You guys will call on each other, advice. Hey, I've got this tough embalming case. Hey, I have a tough family. Hey, what do I do? I need help. And be there for each other, because you guys will continue. I know you just learned a lot, and you will learn something new every day working in the funeral profession. There will be a new scenario or something will come up, I promise. So congratulations and good luck to everyone. But I am here to, as now I work for, 14 years later, I work for Dodge Chemical. We are the largest and best, my opinion, embalming chemical and supplier in the world. And so I am here to present Shayna Langbin for the outstanding academic achievement in embalming and restorative arts. And when you guys get a chance at the end, you've got Joan Jett up here on the table. That is hers, and you can't miss Tupac. So.
Well, now is the time. Now is the time. We will present the graduates for the Associate of Applied Sciences. So we'll get that ready, and I will be calling the names. This is the part where you are free to clap as loud as you can and hoop and holler for every single one of these candidates. All right. Tyler Barthel. MJ Battle. Jordan Cogswell. Aaron Collins. Taylor Marie Correll. Molly Douglas. Celia Dumoulin. Emma Fiant. William James Garcia. Jace Hale. Taylor Heron. Gray Kolnichek. Shayna Langburn. Madeline Elena Martinez. Adrian McCloskey. Rihanna Morrison. Kiara Phillips. Nix Ryland. Hannah Scaife. Rachel Scanlon. Natalie Smith. Bree Spar. JC Stainer. Alondra Valenzuela. Jasmine Ventura. Abigail Zing. Now, a round for all of our graduates. Now I'd like to introduce you to Kayla Duran and Kiki Holenkamp, who are alumni from the Mortuary Science program, who will be administering the Mortuary Science Oath.
Okay, give me 1 second. So before we do the oath, I just had a couple words to share with the graduates. And this comes from personal experience and really just from the heart. So good afternoon, everyone. As a proud graduate of the class of 2025, I have had the opportunity to explore many paths within the death care industry. Each experience has really shaped not only my skills, but my understanding of the responsibility that we carry in this profession. Through these experiences, I have learned that passion for this profession is what truly sets the standard. Passion will push you to strive for growth, for excellence, and for more, both personally and professionally. It keeps you grounded in the understanding that everything we do is for the families we serve during some of the most difficult moments of their lives. Because of that, we must always deliver our very best. Every arrangement we guide and every service we conduct is a direct reflection of who we are, our professionalism, how we carry ourselves, and the level of respect we have for this industry. When you take pride in yourself and your work, it shows in how you care for others. One principle I have remained committed to is leading with ethics and integrity. Along my journey, I have witnessed practices that did not align with my values. And in those moments, I was reminded that while this is the field I am meant to be in, where and how I serve truly matters. Doing the right thing is not always easy, and it often requires both integrity and grit. But those are the moments that define who we are, not only as professionals, but as people. In death care, we must never lose sight of the reality that grief is the ever-present, unspoken weight in every room we enter. Families trust us during their most vulnerable moments, and that trust demands more than technical skill. It requires compassion, empathy, and humanity. So, to my fellow graduates, from me to you, lead with your heart and stand firm in your integrity. Choose the path that aligns with your values, even when it is the harder one. The right place, the one that reflects your morals, will recognize and respect that. That is all. I'm gonna let you go first.
So just like we deal with as funeral directors, things come up during the service where you have to be quick and think on your feet. I wasn't aware we were writing speeches. But that's okay, because I'm a funeral director. What I can attest to is the hours that I had spent with you guys in the care center. And I get thanked a lot by you guys about, showing you how to raise a subclavian, showing you how to do whatever it is, or what the difference is between a subclavian and an axillary. But what you don't know is how much that you teach me every time you come into that room. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder who we're doing it for, not just the family, but the future. This is what it is. You guys are absolutely a breath of fresh air to me, reminding me of where I had began and where this program is going to. And I want to say thank you guys for teaching me. And the lovely Tupac on the table is by me. So we'll go ahead and have you guys stand on up and then sit down. Just kidding. If you guys will raise your right hand.
And repeat after me. I do solemnly swear by that which I hold most sacred,
that I shall be loyal to the funeral service profession and just and generous to its members,
that I shall not let the constant relationship and familiarity with death give me cause to yield to carelessness or to violate my obligation. I can't even breathe during that. So there, okay. We clearly practiced. That I shall not let the constant relationship and familiarity with death
give me cause to yield to carelessness or to violate my obligation to society,
or to the dignity of my profession,
that I shall obey the civil laws,
that I shall not divulge professional confidences,
and that I shall be faithful to those who have placed their trust in me,
while I continue to keep this oath inviolate.
May it be granted to me to enjoy honor in my life and in my profession.
And may I be respected by all people for all time. We should have practiced.
It's not as easy as it looks, right? But if you listen to those words, what a great profession that says we will be true. And I think that is your mantra, and we will take our lead from you. So we will have our closing remarks. Oh, we have another video? Okay, then we'll go to the next video.
Does anyone know where Emma is? I swear to Here.
Hello, how are you today? Beautiful.
What's something that you think you'll miss the most from being in school?
Seeing you guys, like, I'm gonna miss all your beautiful faces.
I think I'm gonna miss everybody's jokes, hearing it in the corner of the rooms. I'm like, who said that?
Every single person. I have made some fantastic friends, and I love everybody in this program so much. And honestly, it's the most amount of support and community I have ever felt.
I am going to absolutely miss everybody in this class. You get to truly find out who people are when they are sleep deprived, hungry, and stressed.
What has been your favorite memory from the program?
Whenever we're presenting in front of the class, we had a lot of presentations. So I think that helped with like public speaking.
Greenwood, our field trip.
Our field trips, they're so cute.
My beloved JC, my favorite memories are always going to, like, during our breaks, lunch breaks. Anything around here, whether it's like Black Rock, Dutch, those are my favorite memories for sure, because it's like a good period with us not being stressed, and it's that one moment of just peace for the most part.
I think I blacked out this entire year. I couldn't tell you anything that's happened.
What's the most appetizing looking in embalming fluid?
Oh, 100% is John DeBall.
John DeBall.
Look at this.
Get a close up on that? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would have to select Intrafiant. It's delicious color, delicious flavor.
Yeah.
And it's my last name.
I love Triton.
Beautiful choice.
I love bright orange. Favorite color.
Intrafiant DC. It is so purple and lovely, and it smells like bubble gum. It's really good.
Yeah, it's Triton. You know that bright orange embalming fluid?
Yeah.
It's energized, 36 index. That stuff's got a little zest to it. It's got a little bite to it.
Some kick.
Yeah, a little kick.
So what's been one of your biggest takeaways from this year? What's really stuck with you?
Is the emotional resilience that you need to have in funeral service. With Professor Littlecoat's help, we have learned a lot about emotional resilience, self-care, mental health, and just how to maintain a good lifestyle while still working in such a difficult field.
For me, it's the bonds I created when I'm surrounded by people that have similar interests than me, and just we're so close together 24/7. I was able to create bonds with literally everyone in class.
I would say hearing stories about how all of our instructors have impacted families, like the specific things that they'll do for people, the hoops that they'll jump through to do ridiculous requests, stuff like that.
Find a support system. You always need someone in your corner. It helps immensely.
When I first came into the program, I wanted to focus on being an embalmer. 7 out of the 10 cases I did were either autopsies or organ donations, and I decided that it wasn't as cute as I thought it was going to be. But now, with the experience that I've had in the funeral home, I want to focus more on being a funeral director.
For me, it's meeting Jordan. That's definitely the thing that was the most exciting about this program for me. So
I'm really grateful for the friendships and the trust I've built with literally every person in the class, even the instructors, and B. Shout out to B.
Shout out
we
B.
love B.
Shout out B.
B's number one.
Balancing studying for tests and completing homework assignments, the juggling act of those two.
Start your portfolio, please.
What is your favorite Litta quote?
Be careful out there with these diabolical caskets.
But put a pin in it is probably my favorite.
My favorite is when she's talking about her animal crackers.
The 80s were terrifying.
You can't pay? Okay, cute.
A bottle of Windex, gloves, a hope, and a prayer.
Your trocar is constipated.
She's not a lawyer, nor does she play one on TV.
All right, graduates. I want you to take one last moment to look around this room. This is yours. Every test, Every late night, every moment you questioned whether you could do it, it brought you here, to this seat in front of everyone here who is rooting for you. It was our honor at this school to support your learning and growth, and I want you to know I'm actually a very easygoing person in real life, right? Yeah, I am. But my job, our job, is to push you past what you think your limit is, so you can see what we already knew, that your potential goes far beyond where you thought it stopped, and you proved that. Cherish the friendships you built in this program. There are not many people who will understand what you went through. The people sitting next to you do. Next comes the national boards, and after that, the profession. But today, for this, just take time to celebrate it. It was my honor to be your professor. It is a bigger honor to call you my colleagues now. So. All right, and I wanted to save the best for last. You know, I love saving the best for last. I was just thinking it's probably a mortuary thing, like wanting to save the best for last. But before we close, I want to take a moment to recognize someone who really deserves it. This is my own mortuary science professor, my colleague for the past 7 years, Donna Backus. Donna has devoted herself. Donna has devoted herself to this program for 26 years, correct? And was instrumental in building it from the ground up. Her love of this profession inspires everyone around her. It inspired me, and we have several people here who could call Donna her professor. Who in here has been taught by Donna? Quite a lot of people. The day she gave me a tour of this program and encouraged me to chase this field is a day I have never forgotten. This semester, Donna will be retiring, and the foundation she built to carry this program forward, will carry this program forward for years to come. This is her baby, and we'll take good care of your baby. You want to say a few words before we give you a huge round of applause?
Thank you to the graduates who I've never met. I'm so honored to be here to watch your accomplishment. It wasn't too long ago, in 1998, that I sat where you sat and, decided that I cultivated my love for funeral service here. And it's wonderful that it's carried on. I unfortunately, in 2025, got a cancer diagnosis, ovarian cancer, so I've not been able to do what I love to do, but I know that this place is going to carry on. And just from your speeches, your sentiments, your dedication to funeral service, I know that I did what I needed to do, and these guys will take it forward. You guys are a testament to that. So thank you. It was kind of interesting going through cancer and chemotherapy, and also knowing what's on the other side of that. So I think you become a little bit more human when you're going through it, and you know that we're putting out, all of you, we're putting out people that care and that have compassion, and that are going to meet every need that you have. I'm super proud to work at Chandler-Gilbert. I'm proud of B. I'm super proud of Christian. Hopefully he'll bring up the rear here. And I hope that this continues to grow. It's a tremendous turnout, a tremendous class. I'm so impressed with you guys and the stuff that you put together. It's amazing. So you make me proud. You make me proud, as does everybody that I've had the pleasure to teach in 26 years. So thank you.
And now's the time when let's all stand up and let's applaud for our graduates as well.
Thank you. This concludes our ceremony. There are refreshments in the back, and feel free to spend your time taking pictures, looking around campus, and celebrating.